Hi, Annette.
Hi, Anne.
How's your week been?
Pretty good. How about you?
Good. Just got cleaned up from this morning's WOD, which today was the smash of the week.
Okay. Can I just play the message you left for me or part
Yeah.
of it? I think it's pretty funny.
I just looked at my WOD and I was like freaking out. It's a 10-minute time cap and there's like 60 wall balls and then 30 box jumps and then 15 clean and jerks. And that's before we do strength training with clean and jerks and cleans too. Oh my gosh.
That's good enough.
So
Yeah.
I don't have anybody else to leave that message for.
That's so funny. Yeah.
Like, I guess I could have told John, but he would have been like, okay.
Whatever. Like the easiest to the hardest workout sounds the same
Yeah.
to them.
And so it went okay. I mean, I wouldn't say that I was like a baller, but I finished at 9:48 or something.
Yay. You made the time cap.
I did make the time cap. I was scaled for sure, scaled. So RX would have been 14-pound wall ball. I just did 10 and I did do sets of 10. And I tried my best to like maintain the same time. So like it seemed like 10 wall balls would take me like 22, 23 seconds. And then I'd wait until it was like 30 seconds and then go again. But at one point I might have taken a little bit longer because I finished my 10 wall balls and people were already like on the box jumps. And then I'm just nervous still about attempting a bunch of box jumps in a row. Partly just because I can get like a little sandbaggy, but I just get really nervous that I'm going to lose focus and then biff it, which is don't want to. So I did 10 jumps on 12 inches and then I did 24-inch 10 step ups, which right for our legs, like I think my legs are probably a little longer than yours, but 24 inches is a tall step up. And I did those all in a row as fast as I could. And then I went back to the 14 or 12-inch box jumps. And then I'm really, really happy that my coach kind of pushed me this morning. Because on the way to the gym, I'm thinking, I'll just do 55 pounds on the barbell. And thinking about like a year ago, I was doing 55 pounds. So I was like, I ended up doing 75 pounds.
Wow.
But I shouldn't say but. And the RX was 125 for girls. I know, for clean and jerks. And my coach did it in like 5 minutes and 24 seconds or something.
Oh my God. You said there were 15 clean and jerks? Wow.
So she's a freaking beast. And then her sister, who's a little older than she is, I think she finished it at like 445 scale or like at RX. So it's fun to be around those kind of people, right? Because it's really inspirational. If you can remember to stay in your lane. And then I was really happy with myself for finishing.
Yeah.
So I pushed through, like I took my time, but I also, I kind of did this just in college too. Like if an assignment was due, I'd finish it right at the end.
I feel like this is different though.
It is. But I feel like there are a lot of athletes at our gym that will go out super hot and then kind of fizzle. And I might be a little more conservative, but then it's kind of like hashtag team always finish. I want to be able to do it and not.
I
don't need to get gassed.
I used to go out too fast for probably the first year and a half I did CrossFit.
Oh, really?
And then somehow I really learned to pace myself, and I rarely run out of gas now, maybe there are times when it's like, oh, maybe I should have done faster or should have done more, but
Right, I know.
This will
We're
give
not
me
getting
longevity.
paid.
Yeah. And this will give me longevity, like
Mm-hmm.
underestimate, I can come back tomorrow then, where
Right.
sometimes I cannot come back tomorrow,
Yeah.
which happened this week.
Ooh,
Yeah.
that sounds
So
spicy.
Monday might have been, yeah, I would say if I were to choose a games ready moment or day, it would be either Monday or today. And so Monday was just heavy. We did an EMOM of push presses for the first 7 minutes at 80%, and then split jerks for the second 7 minutes. So I think I was like a little over. I rounded up with the 80. I think I definitely rounded up, which I didn't realize till I was looking at it today. So I did 85 pounds, and it felt like really strong and really good. And so that was for sure my games ready. But then I woke up the next day and again, my left shoulder, it was just like the left was like, oh my, it was really not good. And they had Fran programmed for Tuesday. And I was like, there's no way I'm not doing thrusters and pull-ups and no. And they had also had like deadlifts, but I was like, I'm not gonna go. And then Tuesday, so I mean that could be my Medicare ready moment right there. Like I couldn't show up the next day, or I mean I could have, but it would have been stupid. So
Yeah.
I had to like treat my body gently like an older person that I am.
How is your shoulder now?
It's good.
Okay.
Yeah, thanks. Just went for a walk that day in the neighborhood.
Nice.
And then I came back and it was kind of fun because I came back and I was like, I'm gonna take this damn pumpkin that we still have sitting in front of the house, like middle of December. And every time we drive past it, like we park it in the garage. So every time we drive past it, we're like, oh, we have to put the pumpkin in the compost, and we haven't. So I was walking. So finally I was like, I'm going up to this pumpkin. And I pick it up by the stem, and the stem came right off. So I got to medicine ball clean it and carry it to the backyard like I was
nice
doing CrossFit, and then did one of those. Have you ever done those smashes? I think that's what it's called, where you have it over. Those are so fun, right? So I only got to do one, but I smashed it right into the compost.
Nice.
And it shattered. And then I had the afterthought, well, maybe I shouldn't have done that with all the seeds in there. Because you don't think we'll get like soil compost full of pumpkins sprouting next year.
If you do, that's just like a bonus.
We'll just have a pumpkin farm. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
No, I love like the wall ball or slams. I think.
Oh, that's what they're called. Yeah. Medicine ball slams. Yeah.
And then, so we don't ever have them programmed at in our WODs, but I do them for my like bodybuilding stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And the other one that I love is the like chest. So she has me kneel, like full kneeling on the ground. She has me kneel, like full kneel. And then you overhead chuck the ball against the wall as hard as you can. So you're trying to use like every muscle in your body to like, very fun.
That sounds
and
fun.
I might have done it during an open gym. And as I was leaving, somebody was like, hey, why was Ann so pissed at the med ball today? Because I can get into like a rhythm and it's just like,
yeah. This is the only gym I've been at that we've done a WOD with that. And I mean, I think we only did it one day that I went, but it was fun. It was all with the ball. It was like a lot of smashes or slams, a lot of slams, and then push-ups on the ball, and then sit-ups like holding the ball.
Nice.
It was a good one.
One of the
Yeah.
fun WODs that we did for the Girls Gone RX, so we had teams of 3. One person would be on the jump rope, and then they would do dumbbell reverse lunges. And then the second like part of the workout was you had a box on the floor, and it was the 30 inches was on the floor, and then your partner and you are across each other from the on the box, and your feet have to be behind the box, so you're at least 30 inches away. And then we had a 14-pound slam or wall ball that you had to touch behind your back, or you had to go down, touch it behind your head, and sit up and pass it
Oh, wow.
over it. And that was really fun. It sounded
Yeah.
at first like hard,
Yeah.
but it wasn't that bad because you didn't have to
Okay.
always go across over. You could bring it down and then do like a chest
Okay.
pass.
Hmm.
So
That's
it was
neat.
just really fun.
Yeah.
If you think working out is fun,
Yeah.
like we do.
And it's extra fun when it's like, oh, this is something we haven't done before.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
know. I do enjoy that about the CrossFit
Yeah.
of like mixing it up and putting little different things together.
Mhm.
I think that's right. It keeps it just like interesting and spicy, and
Mhm.
I don't have time to like sit and think about myself. I can like, I have to
Yeah,
focus.
totally. Yeah. We got a pegboard. We never had one. They
Oh,
put one pegboard up last week, and I had to jump just to, get the pegs. So I just tried that, and then I like stuck one in, and I'm like, it didn't go all the way in. And so I just like fell off, and I'm like, okay, that was good for me. And then it was funny because like a few days later, I was riding on the bike next to the pegboard. And I looked and I saw that the first 2 holes had like, I don't know what it was, but they were not really full holes.
oh,
They were maybe how it was attached to the wall. I don't know. Yeah. So I was like, oh, that's what happened. Those are not really holes. But when I was standing below it, I could not see in the
yeah.
holes. Only
No,
when I
that
was
makes
sitting
total
up
sense.
on the bike a little further away could I see that. So anyway, there's no way. I don't know. I shouldn't say there's no way. But it's gonna be it's gonna be a
That
while
seems,
before I
yeah,
attempt.
I've never tried anything like
Yeah.
that. That sounds
Yeah.
scary, actually.
We did an obstacle course race in September where they had a pegboard like on an incline, and that was so fun. So it was a lot easier, obviously, but it was still kind of challenging, and it was fun.
Well,
It
yeah,
made me-
because who moves their body like that in regular life? Like
yeah,
holding on and like having to transfer all your weight and like
yeah,
move a peg into a hole.
right. And you just like squeezed it with your knees, and it was because it was like sticking out the board that it was on. So it wasn't that hard, I didn't think. But then like the hardest part to me is you get to the top, and it's not like there's an incline on the other side. It's like there's some scaffolding, and in my short opinion, not enough scaffolding. So it was like really scary going down
Yeah,
the other side. I think
I don't
somebody
like
helped
jumping down from things.
me. Mm-mm.
It's scary. Whedon is begging me to sit on my lap.
Oh,
Buddy, I don't know what the deal is, but I can't right now.
I'm surprised he doesn't just jump up.
Oh, he's been trying.
Yeah.
I'm like forcing his head down.
Okay.
So
So
my game's ready. I guess, I mean, finishing the WOD today. Besides finishing the WOD today and giving myself a pat on the back because I did not sandbag and just do 55 pounds. I did 75-pound barbell. I would say my game's ready moment would be sumo deadlifts. I did 165, and I forgot how many sets we had. I think we had 6 sets of 4.
wow.
And before I took my 6-week hiatus, like kind of I felt so strong at that point. I was doing 4 rounds of 8, and I was doing 165-pound sumo deadlifts in a deficit. So I'd have my feet on 45-pound plates.
Wow.
So it just felt so good to have that number back on the bar.
Yeah. Yeah.
Be like, okay, this isn't like all for naught. I'm going to make it back
Yeah.
slowly, but surely. And I feel like such a beast. So it seems like most of the athletes at this gym don't lift sumo deadlifts.
Mhm.
And one of the coaches, she kept correcting herself because she would say, so these are different than regular deadlifts. I was like, well, you don't have to apologize for saying regular deadlifts. Like,
Mhm.
if you only ever do those one that way, then it's regular to you. But I do those specifically for glutes and hams, and it's fun. Also to watch the rest of the class start to get into it and realize they can lift way more in
Mm,
a sumo
right.
position. I don't know if you've ever, so there's a girl I
Yeah.
follow on Instagram who does lots of sumo deadlifts, like with a chain on it or like all these kind of crazy setups. And first of all, she always works out with her hair down, which I'm just so
Wow.
impressed by because
Oh
I'm
my
like,
gosh.
and it's long.
Yeah, this reminds me of, did you ever take Lisa Kellogg's hip hop class with me in LA?
Mm,
Oh, really? She had super long hair and she would teach the classes with her long hair down.
that's like a talent, I think.
Mm,
I can't stand like, oh,
I
even just with a
know.
long ponytail, sometimes I'm like, oh, I gotta
Yeah,
flip
yeah.
it all the way up.
Mhm.
Anyway, this chick, like when she gets ready, she has all her little like movements that she does to like get settled in. And then it's like one big ass lift that you're just like, oh my gosh, beast. Your legs are beast mode.
Wow.
And then she's made a really fun little reel where she like flicks her belt. So as soon as she like drops the bar, she like flicks her belt off. It's just so interesting because when you start to watch some of the athletes that you're around more frequently, they all have kind of these little idiosyncratic movements. I noticed that I started like once I back off from the rig, like so if it's the front rack or back rack, I'll like my right foot, I like twist on the ball of my foot.
Hmm.
So like my right foot will go like to like make sure I'm in the right spot.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Like I'm digging in my foot or
Uh-huh.
something. So that would be I think games ready moment for me. What about
Awesome.
for you?
Yeah.
What was your games ready moment?
Well, it was probably like doing like
85.
doing the 85, like the push presses felt so strong. I was like, wow, you just really have to like use your legs really well. And then it's all momentum.
Mm-hmm.
So that was fun. And then today was also, I felt really good about today. We did a
Nice.
1 mile run, 2K row, and then accumulate 2 minutes in a plank.
Okay.
Yeah, and then that was the end. And yeah, I just, I felt like I was behind everybody else in the class, but it wasn't, I wasn't like that far behind. So, which
Right.
is always my concern, like in a
Yeah.
workout like that. So yeah, I felt really good about that one too.
Nice.
Yeah. And
And I
then
would say, so
yeah,
in your push press, do you have an easy time going really fast, like doing dip drive really quickly?
I did on Monday, man.
Is that
Yeah.
normal for you to be that like quick turnover?
I don't remember it feeling that great before. So, I don't know.
Nice work. That's one of the biggest hurdles sometimes for me is not overthinking and like dipping slowly and then like waiting and like
Uh-huh. I think I used to do that. Yeah. Yeah. It's just
it's
like,
just more like
mhm.
upright dip drive and yeah.
Yeah. And then the split jerks really, it was so gratifying to feel them get better, rep by rep,
Mm,
like minute by minute. That was cool too.
oh, awesome.
Yeah. And then I thought of one more Medicare ready moment. I'm going to have like twice as many as you each time, if that's okay. Well, this was just, I mean, maybe it was more of like a spazzy moment or something. And you reminded me with the sumo deadlifts, because yesterday we did some sumo deadlift high pulls with a kettlebell.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know that I had done those before,
Mm,
actually. Um, but the first one we did, like, I mean, I did it like I had never done it before. But with the confidence of someone who did it all the time. So I ripped
love
the
it.
thing up straight into my pubic bone.
Oh,
It hurt a lot.
Yeah.
And it's very sore now, like if I accidentally touch
Oh.
it. Yeah.
Oh,
But
yeah, You're supposed to pull it up to here. Not
yeah,
to
at
your
least
crotch.
at least I didn't hit my chin. I know, but like, the coach was showing us right before, like how you want to use momentum, like, from your legs and like with your hips kind of popping up, just like you're doing anything else. And I guess like I popped my hips too far forward or something. I don't know what I did, but yeah, it was ouchy. But then of course we do the Metcon. I forgot all about it. Like when another woman in the class asked me right after, she's like, how do you feel? How do you feel? Or how are you doing or something? And I was like, oh, good. How about you? And then she was like, oh, does it still hurt or whatever? I'm like, oh, I forgot all about it. It doesn't hurt now.
Adrenaline's just too high right now.
Yeah.
Oh, ouchie.
Yeah.
Ugh. Was it one kettlebell or two?
Just one.
Kettlebell.
Yeah.
How big was it?
35.
Yeah. 35 pounds going how fast? North.
Yeah. Right. Yeah. It was like
No
boom.
thanks.
I know we could calculate the physics if we wanted to, which we do not want to, but
No.
that would be funny. Like, what is the force at which?
Well, I think that's a perfect segue into how we met, because
Totally.